This month, we present history of our church and village from 1870 until 1890. The former Methodist Episcopal Church in Odessa is part of the history of our church. While the Wesleyan Methodist Church was meeting here on this site, the Methodist Episcopal Church was meeting in their church on the west side of Odessa. The First Methodist Episcopal Church was located behind the Pop-In food store on the west side of West Street in Odessa. It opened on June 23, 1852. By 1871, the Methodist Episcopal congregation had purchased land on Main Street and erected a limestone church, which is now the Anglican Church. Here is a photo of the Methodist Episcopal Church. The first service was held on February 23, 1871. Note the original tall, pointed spire. During the 1870s, the Wesleyan Methodist congregation was building a new church, right here on this site. Here is a photo of the Wesleyan Methodist Church here on Factory Street. It was built to replace the wooden church built in 1851. It was dedicated on December the 15th, 1871. In 1884, the Methodist Episcopal and Wesleyan Methodist Church joined to form the Methodist Church of Canada. Following union, they chose to use the larger church here on this site, and on July the 6th, 1892, sold the Methodist Episcopal Stone Church to the Anglican Synod of Ontario. This is a photo taken in 1961 of the Anglican Church after the spire was removed and replaced with a cement cap. Church membership in the 1800s was a bit more complicated than it is nowadays. Quarterly meetings were held and quarterly tickets were issued to members in good standing. To receive a quarterly ticket, a member must adhere to the following values. I quote the following from church text of that period. No person must remain a member of the connection if he attends vain and worldly amusements, wastes his time in public houses, buys unaccustomed goods, is dishonest in his dealings, or is guilty of any other acts of immorality. Here is a sample of a quarterly ticket. It was issued to Waldron Babcock. He was a member of the Methodist Episcopal Church in Odessa in 1874. The ministers at that time were Reverend White and Frizzell. Here is another quarterly ticket issued to Waldron's wife Mary. She was a member of the Wesleyan Methodist Church in 1874. Following union of the Methodist Episcopal and Wesleyan Methodist churches in 1884, this ticket shows that Hannah Parrott was a member in good standing of our Methodist Church in 1888. Next month, we will present some history of our church and village during the 1890s and 1900s.